It's a beautiful night for high school football here in Wapakoneta. Sets up the screen. It's Mullen. Mullen gets ahead of his blockers inside the 10, inside the 5. He's still on his feet. Touchdown, Jared Mullen! He teleported himself into the end zone. Once he got inside the 5. That's a magic trick I'd love to see again.
Did you know TSC has an app called Gigahood IQ that lets you set your network's performance and security for every device, every app, every room, and every family member in your entire home? That's a powerful tool right at your fingertips, and it's free. So if you are interested in the best Wi-Fi, a separate guest network, parental controls to protect your family, 24/7 managed Wi-Fi support, and whole home threat protection with Protect IQ, stop and download the Gigahood IQ app right now. If not, take your chances. An ultimate fiber experience. Get it free with the Gigahood IQ app from TSC.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to a beautiful night for high school football. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law from Fred Brown Stadium, home of the Defiance Bulldogs, for week number 3 of high school football action here on TSC. Between the Wapakoneta Redskins and the Defiance Bulldogs. Mark, coming into tonight, both teams are 2-0, but statistically, Defiance is a pretty strong team, both offensively and defensively. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, offensively, they're coming in with a big offensive line, 2 big running backs that are leading the league in rushing. Number 10, Camaso is a runner that wants to run downhill, nice size, big backs. So, yeah, offensively, I think you're going to see a little bit of ground and pound tonight from them. Yeah,
Camaso is the leading rusher, actually, in the Western Buckeye League. The team coming in number 1 in team rushing, 5.3 yards per carry. That's unbelievable. And, of course, on the other side of the ball, they're pretty strong right now, too. Number 1 total defense. Wapak is number 2.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those games. Like you said, both teams are 2-0 coming in here at Defiance. And, we were talking earlier that, Wapak's last loss in the regular season was on this field 2 years ago against Defiance.
We were here, and, boy, you talk about ground and pound. They really pounded it to the Wapakoneta Redskin defense and controlled the entire game, controlled the clock, the ground game, and that was a big victory for them. And I think Coach Moyer is trying to tell his team, hey, we're not going to have that happen to us again tonight.
Yeah, I think, week 2 here in the WBL, this game here, and then also the Van Wert and Bath game, a lot could come out of those 2 games tonight. So I'm interested to see a lot of good football tonight.
Week number 3 of high school football action here on TSC. Wapak opening the year at home against Oregon Clay, a 28-7 winner. Last week at home against Salina, 24-7 winner. And for Defiance, they opened the season against Napoleon, winning 20-19, and against Ottawa Glandorf last week, 21-20, and an interesting end to that particular game, right, Mark?
Yeah, Ottawa Glandorf scored late in the game and went for 2 for the win and was stuffed by the Defiance defense on that 2-point conversion, which obviously made the big impact in the game.
Beautiful night for high school football. Good crowd on hand. Today was relatively in the 70s for most of us in Auglaize County, and it's going to cool down relatively quickly once the sun goes down. And here's the opening kickoff. It's a squib kick. Stepping up to take it, looks like that's Bishop. And Bishop gets tripped up over the 35-yard line. Not a bad return. Good field position for the Wapakoneta Redskins, where they'll start 1st and 10.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I think you probably might see some more teams do that throughout the season. You know, when you got Page back there and Mullen, who, again, we always talk about can take it to the house. You know, that's probably not a bad idea.
Good point. Well, Mark, the nose of the ball just short of the 38-yard line. That's where Wapak will start. 1st and 10. Once again, want to start talking about our sponsors as well. We can't do it with our friends, without our friends from TSC. Susan and Lonnie and the crew there. Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, Merritt Real Estate, Minster Bank, and Allen Davis Insurance Agency. Yeah, this is like ideal football weather. When it starts getting into the 60s and stuff like that, when the sun goes down, that's just perfect.
Yeah, I think of the first 2 games we had so far this season, the weather has just been amazing.
Well, let's see what they do offensively here to start. Trips out to the left. Caden Page is wide to the right. That's Moyer in the backfield. He looks left, sets up the screen to Bishop. Bishop to the 40, breaks a tackle, and out of bounds just short of the 45-yard line. Nice pitch and catch there.
Yeah, we had that safety, Jordan Wright, coming up from his safety position. Number 1 there, making a tackle out of bounds.
We'll call it a gain of 5. It'll bring up 2nd and 5. Looks like Andre Longsworth into the game. Split wide to the right is Ryan Richardson. Caden Page out to the right. Now Longsworth moves to the right. It's going to be a play-action throw. Caden Page got it over the 50, breaks another tackle, and he could be gone. Down to the 20, looking for one man to beat, and he beats him to the end zone. Touchdown, Wapakoneta Redskins.
Yeah, he gave a little stiff arm to the safety there, Will Horwath, and next thing you know, he's off to the races.
That's going to go down. That's going to go down as a 57-yard touchdown pass for Moyer, but it was more like a 7-yard pass by Moyer and a terrific run by Caden Page to start the game. Wow. Niekamp to attempt the extra point. He's 7 for 7 so far this year. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. So just underway, 11:05 remaining here in the first quarter. We'll keep it right here. We won't even take a timeout. Let's talk about that drive.
Yeah, that's a way to start off the game. Just like you said, a 7-yard pass that he turns into a 57-yard touchdown. Once he, got past the safety there was really nobody back there for him. He made another move and he was gone. So, again, athleticism out there, out in space.
Yeah, Niekamp's now 8 for 8, 1 for 1 in tonight's game, and 7 for 7 coming into the game. And we talk about the kicking game here in Wapak. We have to give kudos to Elliot Block, who does the holding for Niekamp on those extra points. He's been punting the ball very well this year. Yeah,
I think he's like right around almost like a 35 average. So, yeah, I think he's like right in the middle of the WBL right now. And that was he had a really bad punt, that third punt last week. So, I mean, his average could be a little higher right now.
And right now, kicking off, normally we would see Gavin Gillespie kicking the ball, but due to a slight injury, and of course he's a soccer player, so it could have came from the soccer field, but we don't know. But what was the injury again I
think he has a pulled hamstring, I think.
A hammy. Oh, we hate the hammies. Hopefully it's not on his kicking leg. So Drew Niekamp, who does the extra points, will be kicking it off today. We've got 2 receivers back there for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, we have number 1, Jordan Wright, and number 10, Chase Camaso.
Jordan Wright, one of the receivers and one of those guys that go in both ways for the Defiance Bulldogs. Nice end-over-end kick. It gets down to about the 10-yard line. That's right, up to the 20, to the 25. Sees a seam, and a nice tackle, nice saving tackle there by number 7, Matthew Klein, the linebacker, coming up and
yeah, nice return, because if he makes it through Klein there, he might be off to the races.
Oof. So Defiance will start 1st and 10 from their 34-yard line. Let's talk a little bit about this Defiance offense. Of course, they like to run the ball. Number 1 team in rushing, 5.3 yards per carry.
Yeah, both running backs, number 10 and number 32, are at the top of the leaderboard as far as rushing goes.
At quarterback, number 19, Colt Ward. He's only a sophomore. And a slot right, and right off the bat, we've got a whistle.
Wow. Delay of game.
No way. You got to be ready to go, man. First play of the game. Well, that's probably the most frustrating thing to see at any level, whether it's college, pro, high school. You come off of a timeout and you get a delay a game or to start the game. That's not a good sign. Colt Ward, the sophomore, is going to hand it off. Pounding his way around the right end is Kelton Gibbs, the senior.
Yeah, we had a boatload of Redskins there. We had, Buell was there, and then also Jarrett Mullins. So, again, defensively, just running to the football and getting hats on the ball.
Well, they got those hats on quickly. It's going to be a loss of about 2 on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 12. Trips out to the left. And that tight end to the right. Ward takes the snap, looks, throws out the screen. That's Horvath, the senior. And Horvath gets back the lost yardage and a couple more. But it'll still bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, you had Mullen and Bishop out there on the coverage and making the tackle there for a short gain. So, 3rd and long is where we want to be. And defensively, if we can get a 3 and out here, would be a great start.
3rd and 7 from the 37, just underway, first quarter action. 9:50 remaining here. And Wapak taking the opening drive, like they did last week, into the end zone. The pass is complete, and breaking tackles down the left sideline is Gibbs. Ward put it right on the money, and Gibbs had a lot of running room and into Wapak territory. Nice run after the catch, but there was nobody out there. What happened?
Yeah, he made a linebacker miss, and next thing you know, he's going up the sideline, and Braden Bowersock, had to come up and make a tackle from the defensive back position.
And that's going to put it into Wapak territory. Nose of the ball at the Wapak 42, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Well, that's pretty inspiring for the sophomore quarterback, Colt Ward. Ward once again in the shotgun. And he's going to hand it off to Jordan Wright, and Wright does the right thing. Instead of taking it to the outside, cut it upfield to get a gain of about 5.
Yeah, he had a nice couple jet sweep runs last week against the OG as well, so he might be the speedster guy they're trying to get out on the edge.
2nd and 5 from the Wapak 37-yard line. Want to thank our sponsors once again for tonight's contest: Allen Davis Insurance Agency, Home Savings Bank, GA Windsor, and State Farm Insurance.
Yeah, the first 2 games of the season we saw some spread teams, so we saw a lot of nickel defense, 3 down linemen. I think we're going to see a lot of 4 down linemen tonight in this game. So that means Ludwig will be in the game quite a bit tonight on the defensive line, along with Andre Longsworth.
Jordan Wright in the shotgun. 2 wide receivers tight, but he's going to hand it off. Trying to turn left end. That's number 10, Chase Camaso.
Yeah, it looked like the offensive tight end there had a lot of sleeve on Braylon Walter there. So they were able to get to the edge, and, next thing you know, it's got to be a linebacker to make a tackle there. So it's going to be just short of the first down.
And Camaso, with his first carry, almost gets the first down. So it'll bring up third and less than a yard. In the backfield is Gibbs. They're in a down position, so quarterback keeper. No, it's just an old-fashioned dive over right tackle. And that's a first down. As Chase Camaso gets enough, and they move the chains. 1st and 10 from the Wapak 31.
Oh, okay. Sorry, wrong line. Thanks.
2 wide receivers off to the right. And again, that old full house backfield, if you want to call it that. Fake handoff, play action, going down the field. It's a little wobbly pass. Oh, they're going to call an interference on that, and I think they sold it. I think number 21, Horvath, had his hands up right away to try to sell that because he wasn't going to catch up to that ball.
Yeah, I think Bishop was in his pocket. Bishop might have had a little hold of his jersey as he was going by him there. So, yeah, I think that was
wow.
The call, because he definitely had a hold of his jersey a little bit as he was going by him.
Yeah, he wasn't going to catch up with that ball at all. So the penalty goes against the Redskins, and it puts the Defiance Bulldogs in great field position down to the Wapakoneta 11-yard line, or I'm sorry, 16-yard line. Colt Ward threw. It was a pretty wobbly. It was a duck he threw up there, and he threw it way beyond the receiver. Whether he was held or not, he wasn't going to catch up with that ball. We've got motion to the left. Ward is going to hand it off. And that is Gibbs again, the ball carrier. And nice hard run by Gibbs, Mark.
Yeah. Again, we just thought they were going to ground and pound and, get after him. And then Walter is in on the tackle. Again, Mullen was in on the tackle. Man, Darren Hauser filled the hole, and I'll tell you, he took on the lead blocker, and they had a massive collision in the hole.
Boy, they're living up to their claim to fame so far this year. Every run seems to be about 5 yards, and they got another 5 on that pop. Bring up 2nd and 5 from the Wapak 11-yard line. 6:56 remaining here in the first quarter. Defiance trying to answer the Wapak touchdown. And it's Camaso, the league leader in rushing.
Again, like you said, they're going 4 or 5 yards at a pop here. Jarrett Mullen was in on the tackle there.
That'll put it 1st and goal from the Wapakoneta 6-yard line. Beautiful night for high school football here in Defiance from Fred Brown Stadium. Wapak taking the opening drive, which started at their 38-yard line and ended up with a 57-yard touchdown pass from Moyer to Page. And Defiance on the move right here. 2 wide receiver set. We've got motion to the left. Ward is going to hand it off, and caught in the backfield is Camaso.
Boy, Andre did a nice job of shooting the gap there and made contact right in the backfield and made a nice tackle.
I think Andre's been having a good year defensively. He certainly has showed his quickness off the ball.
Definitely.
And he did on that particular play right there.
Considering his size, he gives up a little bit of weight, but yeah, his speed is what helps him.
He's really quick off the ball, and they're going to need that tonight. They're going to need a few more stops like that. 2nd and 6. 5:45 remaining in the quarter. Ward is going to hand it off, and Gibbs isn't going anywhere. Big loss there.
Yeah, Darren
Hauser
was blitzing through the gap and just met him in the backfield for a nice sack there.
Hauser, the junior. Talk about a guy who's having a good year. Boy, he had a great game last week against Salina.
Yeah, he does a nice job of hitting the gap downhill.
Huge 6-yard loss for the Bulldogs to bring up 3rd and 12. I think it's 4-down territory no matter what. I don't think they're going to try kicking field goals against this Wapak offense.
2nd down 5.
Ward with motion to the right. That's Wright. Gets the ball. Wright was looking to pass, and he's going to go down. That blew up quickly. And again, Wapak showing their speed on defense.
Yeah, Braylon Walter, it didn't fool him. He was able to set the edge there. And
Braylon Walter, the senior, he really got back there. Had a little help, too.
Yep. Gage Vaughn was in also on the tackle as well.
So, boy, they were in really good field position there down at the 6-yard line, and that loss will put the ball back to the 23.
Yeah, back-to-back nice defensive plays there. Moving them the wrong direction.
Yeah, that's what you want your defense to do. So they're trying to pick up Bishop after that penalty. Trips out to the right, one to the left. Ward looks, he's looking and overthrows the intended receiver, Jordan Wright. And I don't see any yellow flags on the field.
So again, defensively, bend but don't break. Nice job defensively on a stand down here.
Wow. Wapak will take over 1st and 10 from their 23-yard line. And a great defensive stand there by the Redskins, Marcus.
Yeah, there was 2 big plays there. That 2nd and 3rd down play where they lost yardage, so gave a nice 4th and long situation.
Caden Page split wide to the right. That's Richardson to the left. Mullen in the backfield with Moyer. He's going to take the handoff. Trying to follow his blockers. No, cuts it back against the grain and still doesn't get much.
Yeah, number 9 on the backside, Matthew Walter stayed at home, was able to make a tackle there on his cutback.
Yeah, he's lucky to get a yard out of that play. Nothing was developing. The Bulldog defense shut it down real quick. He noticed that, trying to cut across the grain again, and that time it didn't work out. We got trips out to the right. That's Richardson, Bishop, wide right. Moyer takes the snap, has time, looks, sets up the screen, and that's Mullen. Mullen's got some running room over the 40, trying to follow another block. He's got enough for the first down up near the 45 of Wapakoneta.
Boy, I'll tell you, Richardson and Bishop made that play right there. Both of them were man-on-man out there making blocks. And again, once you get Mullen out in space and there was nobody there for him, he just makes another nice run. But there was 2 great blocks out there on the corner by Richardson and Bishop.
Yeah, we've been talking about that a lot this year. The wideouts have been doing an outstanding job in setting up those screens for either Mullen or Page and blocking downfield. Those 2 guys have been doing a great job so far this year. 1st and 10 for the Redskins from their own 44-yard line. 3 minutes remaining in the quarter. We've got motion to the left. Mullen's going to take the handoff, trying to turn the corner. Up near midfield, stiff arms, drops his shoulder, and he's still on his feet. Oh, one of the hardest runners I've seen in the last couple of years next to Nouse. Mullen really knows how to carry that ball.
Again, they're just getting him out in space. When you got 1 or 2 guys, you have to beat instead of running him inside. And again, Richardson with a nice block out on the edge. And again, you have 1-on-1 out there with Mullen and a defender.
1st and 10 for the Redskins from the Bulldog 33. 2:33 remaining in the quarter. That's the way you want to answer a defensive stand, with a nice long drive and points. Let's finish it off with some points. There's another screen out to Mullen, and that time he got caught at the 30-yard line. Is he okay? Kind of rolled over funny. He's coming back to the huddle. So
yeah, it looked like Matthew Walter was out there pretty quick in the flats to get that tackle.
Well, a gain of 4 will bring up 2nd and 6. Really like the way they're mixing it up tonight. Again, offensively, they're doing a great job. But the run after the catch and the way these players are playing downhill, I just love watching this offense. And again, we talked about it in the pregame. Statistically, you wouldn't think that they're way up there. There's whistles, and oh boy, he was looking down the sideline one-on-one to Ryan Richardson. And Richardson looked like he had his man beat. Well, that's a timeout on the field with $1:32 remaining here in the quarter. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. You're watching Wapakoneta High School football on TSC. Allen Davis Insurance Agency, your solutions provider in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. Allen is a business owner and an active farmer, and Farmers Insurance President's Council Hall of Fame inductee for 2025. Trust Allen Davis Insurance Agency for auto, home, life, commercial, and total farm protection with offices in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. For more information, check us out on the web at allendavisinsurance.com.
Lee's new crispy golden fried spicy wings come in packs of 6, 12, or 20. That means they're perfect for solo snacking or feasting with family and friends. Sorry, not sorry to your old favorite wing spot. Only at Lee's, famous for chicken.
At Elevation Chiropractic, our mission is to elevate your health and lifestyle, providing you the best customer service possible and making everyone who comes through our door feel welcomed and valued. Dr. Mike Noggle and his team recognize each patient is unique and tailor care plans to meet their needs. By having multiple techniques and therapies, it allows us to get results patients need and desire. We invite you to join the family at Elevation Chiropractic and experience the benefits of consistent chiropractic care. We understand that healing takes time, and we're committed to supporting you every step of the way. Contact us today to schedule an appointment and begin your journey towards elevated health and well-being. Elevation Chiropractic in Wapakoneta. Call 419-738-4373 or visit us at elevationchiroohio.com. Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981, and I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta. Welcome back. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law. High school football week number 3 here on TSC. The 2-0 Wapakoneta Redskins against the 2-0 Defiance Bulldogs from Fred Brown Stadium in beautiful Defiance, Ohio. 3 wide receivers split to the right on 2nd and 6 from the Bulldog 29. 2 wide receivers left. Moyer takes the time to check with the sideline. He'll take the snap, fake it, looks, throws, caught. It's Page. Page down inside the 20. And he's going to have enough for a first down. So looked like Page was number 3 in his progression there, Mark.
Yeah, it was a nice stop. He looked off, had good coverage down the field. And again, you got multiple athletes out there, so he looked off one and found Page in the open, and nice run after the catch there. Yeah, he tried to throw. It looked like he faked that short screen, looked for Richardson down the sideline because he was open in the previous play before the timeout. And then he turned right around, had plenty of time, so kudos to the offensive line for giving him the time. He finds Page, and they've got another first down. 1st and 10 from the 19 as the clock starts to click under a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Moyer is going to keep it, looks for a block, spins away, but gets tripped up. It looks like number 9, Walter, on the tackle. Yeah, again, another weapon we really haven't seen in weeks 1 and 2 because they haven't had to use him. But again, Caleb Moyer becomes a running back there. So we'll call it a gain of 2. And as we look at the play clock is near 20. It's going to be close. They might have to make a snap here. They're going to have to snap the ball. It's within like a second of the play clock and the game clock. So 2nd and 8 for Moyer as Andre gets set on the line, and they're going to say what? That there was motion? It looked like he set, yeah. It looked like Andre set and then got up and moved again. So once he put his hand down, he couldn't shuffle down the line like he did. If he was standing up, he could, and then he put his hand down. But
He didn't do that, so that stops the clock. They'll restart the clock, and now that'll bring us to the end of the quarter. So Wapak will take the penalty. It'll bring up 2nd and 13. Once we start the second quarter from Fred Brown Stadium in Defiance, it's the Wapakoneta Redskins 7, the Defiance Bulldogs nothing. We'll be back with second quarter action. You're watching Wapakoneta High School football on TSC.
Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta.
Bushita Creek Steaks, naturally delicious, antibiotic, and hormone-free. From fresh, grass and grain-fed, free-to-roam cattle. Bushita Creek is a family-owned and operated 210-acre free-range ranch right here in Ohio. And we take the time to custom-fit your order to exactly what you want for steaks, roasts, hamburger, pet treats, gifts, freezer boxes, and much more. Check us out on the web at PushitaCreekSteaks.com. That's PushitaCreekSteaks.com.
When it comes to land, some people just see earth. We see an investment. We see growth. We see profits. We see life. When it comes to your farm and your land, we'll help you see your investment. At Dye Real Estate Land Company, we know the land because we live it every day. Visit us today at dyerealestate.com. That's dyerealestate.com. Tired of searching for the right tire? Then you'll be glad you found Miller Brothers Tire Service. If it's round, rubber, and rolls, we've got it. Lawn and garden, agricultural and industrial, and everything in between. Miller Brothers is your one-stop super shop for everything tires and wheels. We offer the best service around, and we're family-owned and operated. And you know what? We're still going to be here tomorrow because we're on our second generation, and we've been here for 70 years. Give us a call or visit us online at millerbrostoTire.com for all your tire and wheel needs.
Welcome back to Defiance. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law. Week number 3 of high school football action, and Wapak threatening on their second possession of the game, 2nd and 13 from the 22. Moyer takes the snap, looking left, going through his progressions. Now he comes back across the middle, and it's caught by Bishop. Bishop down near the 15-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like he had a linebacker on him. And, again, a linebacker chasing the quick guy across the field. Your quick receivers are always going to run away from that linebacker.
So far this season, that looks to be a nice little safety valve for Moyer. Checking back across the middle in his progressions and finding Bishop, who, again, not a bad gain, but he's a good release valve. 3 wide receivers out to the left, 2 to the right. Moyer looking left, then throws the screen to Page, but we have whistles on the play.
So we got a false start out here on one of the receivers.
That's going to go against Wapakoneta. Back the ball up or back.
I had Caleb Adams in my office this morning working on his Chromebook, and I asked him, I said, well, when are you going to get a catch out there? So hopefully we're going to get it. He's out there tonight, and Caleb's been doing a nice job of spreading the wealth, so we'll see if 21 can't get one of those catches tonight.
3 wide receivers out to the left. There he is, tight to the left. Moyer takes the snap, has time, looks, throws on the comeback. And did he hold on to that ball? Yes, he did. Caden Page got it near the first down marker. Let's see if they give it to him. Are they going to move the chains?
Yeah,
wow.
Anton Hegler was out there in coverage, and he just gave him a little bit too much cushion. And, again, that's just kind of like a 7-yard out and pitch and catch.
Yep, 1st and goal for the Wapakoneta Redskins. Their first possession ended on a 57-yard touchdown pass from Moyer to Page. Let's see what they do here. Andre Longsworth in at slot to the right. Mullen in the backfield. It's Richardson split wide to the left. It's going to be a handoff to Mullen. Mullen looking for some blocks, not seeing any, but still got some positive yards. My goodness. How he disappears among a host of defensive jerseys is amazing to me.
Yeah, good defensive stand there. Kelton Gibbs had a nice tackle there along with Chase Camaso.
But my goodness, he was on his own once he started upfield, and he had one blue jersey after another, and he seemed to squeak by him and get at least a little bit of positive yardage there. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6 after a tough gain of 3. Richardson split wide to the right. That's Caden Page left. Mullen in the backfield. Snap, handoff. Mullen tries to cut across the grain again, and I think if he would have stayed with his blocks off right tackle, he would have been in the end zone.
Yeah, 55 there, the nose guard, Alex Henderson, did a nice job of filling the gap there.
Boy, Mullen, I think he had a touchdown if he would have been patient, but he moved to his left rather quickly on that jump cut and got caught at the 3-yard line. So 3rd and goal from the 3. Just underway, second quarter action. Wapak with only their second possession of the game so far. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, and nice pressure by the Bulldogs. Wow. So are we going to bring out the kicking unit, or are we going to try to sneak one in here?
Yeah, the defensive line there for Defiance is starting to stretch it out a little bit here. 55.
All right. So into the game now is number 32, Caleb Wackoff, and sometimes Caleb is used to run behind him along with Andre. So maybe another quarterback keeping. No, Andre's coming out. So 4th and goal from the 2. Moyer is looking for a timeout on the Wapak side of the field, and he's going to get it. So a timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here with 8:21 remaining in the first half. Something like that. 8:13 maybe. Wapak taking the opening possession, 57 yards. No, actually not 57 yards. That was more like 62 yards in that drive, a 62-yard TD drive, and ended with a 57-yard touchdown pass from Moyer to Page. And then defensively, Wapak did a great job of stopping Defiance deep in Wapak territory for their first possession of the game. And no surprise between these two teams who really like to run the ball or keep the ball in play. There's never a slow clock when we come to Defiance. It always seems like the first quarter moves pretty quick, and such is the case again tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we thought both teams could move the football, but it was just the difference is our defense, had a big stand when Defiance drove the field, and then now Defiance is going to try to do the same here.
All right, here we go. 4th and goal from the 2. Let's see what package they come out with. That's Caden Page split wide to the right. I see a little play action coming. He's the only wide receiver. Andre's tight left. Now he moves to the right, so they're going to move to the right. Yeah, it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and Moyer's going to knock it in. Wow. I'm surprised they didn't have a spy on Moyer to try to stop that, assuming that if there was a quarterback keeper, they would have gotten to him. But
yeah, they bring Andre in motion, so basically him and Mullen become two lead blockers for him. So yeah, that's hard to stop, on the goal line.
So with 8:16 remaining in the first half, Wapak tacks 6 on. Let's see if Niekamp can go 9 for 9. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So Niekamp's 9 for 9, but more importantly, Wapak is up 14-0 on the Defiance Bulldogs with 8:16 remaining in the first half. We'll take a timeout. You're watching Wapakoneta High School football here on TSC.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Augley Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no-obligation quote.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
At Ely Funeral Home and Crematory, we have years of experience caring for families from all walks of life. Each family comes to us because they know we are leaders in our profession, dedicated to excellence in service, and have the highest integrity. Our goal is to provide our client families with celebrations of their loved one's life and the time they share. We give every family in our community unique opportunities to learn, share, and remember. For more information, visit us at EelyFuneralHomeAndCrematory.com.
Welcome back to Fred Brown Stadium, home of the Defiance Bulldogs for week number 3 of high school football action here on TSC. So Wapakoneta Redskins 14, the Defiance Bulldogs nothing. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns for the Redskins, and we just said it before the break, Mark. This is Defiance's only second possession of the game. Here's the return. And Jordan Wright, the senior, not a bad return. He's going to be right around the 25-yard line where the Bulldogs will start 1st and 10.
And Braden Wireman out there on the kickoff return team, kickoff team, and had a nice tackle on the sideline.
Big shout out to our friends at Miller Brothers Tire, Dad's Toy Shop, Pashita Creek Steaks, Ely Funeral Home, and Dye Real Estate and Land Company. Thank you so very much for your sponsorship once again this year. 1st and 10 for the Defiance Bulldogs. We'll call it their 26-yard line. Colt Ward in at quarterback, and again, the sophomore, not a bad start to tonight's game. His first drive taking it deep into Wapak territory, aided by a couple penalties, including a pass interference. And it's Chase Comiso. And Comiso, and there's an injured Wapak player on the field, and I can't see who it is. Can you?
Might be Darren Hauser.
Well, with the injury timeout on the field, we'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Welcome to the Gigahood IQ app, your home's guardian in the digital realm, featuring Protect IQ. Protect IQ sweeps away viruses, malware, and online threats for your entire home, so you can focus on what truly matters: family. Shield your home with cutting-edge technology, ensuring every device is safe. No more digital dangers, just seamless, worry-free connectivity. Experience peace of mind with Protect IQ, included in the Gigahood IQ app. Download the free Gigahood IQ app and secure your home with Protect IQ today.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs.
Are you having trouble making a decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at Oglaze and Sydney Audiology.
Oglaze Audiology has always been a wonderful experience. I have taken both of my little ones there for their preschool examinations, and my kids just love them.
Vanessa is such a calm and interesting audiologist who explains everything so thoroughly.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at Oglaze and Sydney Audiology.
Friday Night Football, everyone's favorite time of the season. The energy, the band, it all ties together perfectly. You deserve the same from your real estate transaction. Located in downtown Wapak and operating all throughout Northwest Ohio since 2012, Merit Real Estate is here to provide you with exceptional service and commitment to ensure you get the most out of your real estate experience. From Friday night lights to Friday morning coffees on the porch, Merit is with you because in Wapak, community comes first. Get more with Merit, your home team in real estate.
Welcome back to Defiance. Big Dan Wilson and Mark Law. And I guess we had a chance to identify who the injured player is.
I got a lot of
Marcus.
Yes, Darren Hauser, number 55, the middle linebacker. He was on a blitz, and he took a pretty good hit.
2nd and 7 from the 29. Got motion to the left. Ward's going to hand it off. And Gibbs, the ball carrier, has it up for the first down and then some, up over the 40-yard line. Nice run by Gibbs.
Yeah, Noah Baker in on tackle number 91, defensive tackle there for Wapak.
One of the things we talk about all the time are the players that go both ways. So when you lose a player like Hauser that plays both ways, you lose, in essence, 2 players, 2 starters.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens moving forward the rest of this half. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. That's Camaso, the ball carrier, and Camaso with another 5-yard gain for Defiance.
Looks like Braylon Water and Wyatt Buell in on the tackle there. So with Hauser being out of the game, that brings number 40 in, Channing Miller, the freshman linebacker.
And Miller's been having a good year. When we've seen him in there, I mean, he has certainly shown that he can make some tackles. There's no doubt about that.
He was coming in a lot of nickel situations, and they mauling out to the other defensive back, and so he does have some playing time.
2nd and 6 from their 45. We've got motion to the right. Ward takes the snap, hands it off to Camaso, and he's going down by Mullen. And there's a flag on the play in the area of where Mullen made that tackle.
Yeah, Jarrett came off the edge and, man, stuck him right at the line of scrimmage there with a big hit.
So it may be holding on the play, right? What do we have? Yep.
I think it was a holding call.
So why would they take the penalty and not just take the loss? I'm kind of surprised by that. That was a good loss. But that puts the ball back inside the 35. We'll put it at their 34-yard line. They'll redo 2nd down again. And every bit of 16, 17, 17 yards, 2nd and 17. 6:39 remaining in the half. Wapak up 14-0, scoring on their only 2 possessions of the game. Ward takes the snap. Looking, feeling a little bit of pressure, and it looks like he just threw it down the sideline in the direction of Jordan Wright, who was covered by Bishop, but well out of bounds.
Bishop did a nice job of forcing him to the sideline, and basically he had nowhere to go, and the quarterback just had to throw that out of bounds.
Yeah, it looked like he intentionally threw it out of bounds there, right?
Yes.
That'll stop the clock with 6:15 remaining. It'll bring up 3rd and 17 from the 34. Let's see if they spread it out a little bit. We've got 3 wide receivers to the left on the short side of the field. 1 to the right. Ward takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, feeling some pressure, and he's going to go down. Yep. Goodness gracious.
There's the freshman, Channing Miller. He was in on a blitz.
Channing
and
Miller.
was able to get off a block and make a sack there.
Wow. I like Mr. Miller. Boy, oh boy. So they're going to bring out the punting unit, I think, for Defiance. Yes, they are. I don't see anybody back to receive. Now they go back there. Page and Mullen.
Hegler's going to be punting here for Defiance.
Takes the snap, feeling a little bit of pressure. Boy, Ryan Richardson almost got to him. Fair catch. Or no, that wasn't a fair catch. He ran into his own guy, and Mullen still on his feet to the 50, 45, 40. Gets a nice block inside the 20-yard line before he's wrestled out of bounds. There is a flag down there, and I'm thinking maybe he called for a fair catch.
I didn't see him fair catch. I don't think he realized this blocker was right in front of him.
Boy, he ran right into him,
yeah.
too.
But
so
again,
either way, they're going to bring it back.
You just got to get him in space, and as soon as he breaks one or two tackles, it's like.
It's a hold.
Yeah.
Oh, man, that negates a great return by Mullen. We had one last week where he took it into the end zone, too, and that got called back because of a penalty. Well, that turnover on downs for Defiance on their second possession of the game with some nice defensive pressure there by the Wapakoneta Redskins. As we mentioned coming into this game, Defiance #1 team in rushing, and they're pretty much living up to that. You know, when they run the ball, they're getting 5.3 yards on average, and that's living up to their average here in the Western Buckeye League. But they're struggling passing the ball tonight.
Yeah, you just.
The sophomore Ward.
Yeah, because I think that they have those two running backs, and you see them do that quite a bit in there, and they just run the ball and pound it at them.
Walpock 1st and 10 from their 33. 3 wide receivers out to the right, 2 tight left. Empty backfield for Moyer. Moyer takes the snap, looks, throws the comeback to Mullen, and Mullen at the 40-yard line for a gain of about 6 on the play.
Yeah, even linebacker Maddox Wagner was in on the tackle there for Defiance.
2nd and 4. Wapakoneta Redskins on the road again next week. We're up to Ottawa-Glandorf, and then home the following week with St. Mary's, which is homecoming. 9/19. Mark your calendars. Should be a good crowd for that one, as always. 2nd and 4 from the 39. And there's motion on the line. We've got another flag on the play.
The center that came in for Hauser.
Oh, who is that, please?
Number 77, Deegan K.
And looks like a sophomore, Deegan K.
Yeah.
So with the penalty, it'll bring up 2nd and 9. The clock continuing to run. Under 4:40 remaining here in the half. Wapak up 14-0. 2 possessions, 2 touchdowns. Let's see if we can go and get the trifecta here. Moyer looks, throws, wide open is Ryan Richardson. And a nice run after the catch, has enough for the first down. Nobody near Richardson on that play. What happened there defensively?
Caleb Page went out in the flats like a screen, and then basically the outside linebacker went up to cover him, and then once he covered him up, there's a big hole right there for Ryan Richardson. So
wow.
Just a play off of that screen pass.
We've got to make sure that when people start watching this team offensively that they have to respect every one of our offensive players. And that's the way you do it. 1st and 10 from the 47. Trips out to the right. We've got motion to the left. That's Mullen. Moyer looks, sets up the screen to Mullen. Mullen gets a block by Bishop. Plays off the block, but a nice defensive stop there by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Camaso coming from his linebacker position was unblocked. The other 2 receivers were blocked by our guys and did a nice job down the field. So, yeah, Camaso coming in and making a tackle.
Showing his speed on that one. He closed quickly, didn't he?
Yeah.
I thought Mullen was going to get a nice run after the catch with that block by Bishop. Call a gain of 1 and bring up 2nd and 9. Moyer looks, pump fakes, trying to go long, and there's a whistle, and there's a flag, and it's going to be boy, that was a late flag.
Yeah.
Just a tad, don't you think?
Yeah, for calling an offensive lineman moving.
Yeah.
False
Okay.
start was the call, but man,
All
that was
right.
awful late.
I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's contest, as always. Dan and Vanessa Lee at All Glaze Audiology, G.A. Windsor, Home Savings Bank, Miller's Corral. Thank you, Ted Miller, for everything you do. And Elevation Chiropractic. Well, 2nd and 14 now from the 43. It's like Mullen in the backfield with Moyer. Looks left, rolls right, trying to get some protection. And he's got a lot of green. Why isn't he running the ball? But he's going to throw instead and finds Ryan Richardson on the comeback. Wow, he was really patient there, and all kind of flags again on the field.
Yeah, he was looking for Caden Page, and Caden had double coverage on him, and so he scrambled enough, and then Ryan Richardson was down the field and worked his way back to the ball and was able to pick up some nice yards, but there's a penalty out there.
Looks like it's going to go against Wapakoneta. My goodness. Yeah, he got a really nice block by Mullen in the backfield to kind of free him up, and I thought maybe he'd run. He had a lot of green space in front of him. Oh, they're going to say he was over the line, huh? Okay, so loss of down. It'll bring up 3rd. Yeah, I was going to say he was relatively close to the line of scrimmage, but that's okay. That's all right. It is what it is.
Yeah, Defiance did a nice job on that play. They bracketed Caden Page with double coverage, and then so left Richardson open. So it goes back to what you were talking about earlier. Let's just get the ball around to some other receivers.
Yeah, that's 3rd and long. Let's see if he can get some time to throw the ball downfield here. They're going to set up the screen to Page. Page breaks a tackle up to midfield, breaks another tackle, looks for some blocks, and there he goes down the right sideline to the 20, 15, 10, 5. Get in there, baby. Wow.
Ryan Richardson makes a block right there to the end of the run to get him in the end zone again. You got playmakers out in space. Just get a few blocks and we're off to the races.
A 62-yard touchdown pass. All Caden Page again. Statistically, it's going to look good for Moyer, but we've got a late flag going on down there.
Yeah, it looks like they called unsportsmanlike for something.
Wow. Well, so after the touchdown is good, so unsportsmanlike conduct on Wapak after the touchdown, and the Redskins complete the trifecta here this first half. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, 2 of them by Caden Page. So Niekamp to try to maintain his perfection coming into the game, 7 for 7. Trying to go 10 for 10. The place, the kick is up, and it is indeed good. So with 2:23 remaining here in the first half, it's the Wapakoneta Redskins 21. The Defiance Bulldogs nothing. We'll be back right after this timeout. You're watching Wapakoneta High School football on TSC.
Allen Davis Insurance Agency, your solutions provider in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. Allen is a business owner and an active farmer, and Farmers Insurance President's Council Hall of Fame inductee for 2025. Trust Allen Davis Insurance Agency for auto, home, life, commercial, and total farm protection with offices in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. For more information, check us out on the web at allendavisinsurance.com.
Lee's new crispy golden fried spicy wings come in packs of 6, 12, or 20. That means they're perfect for solo snacking or feasting with family and friends. Sorry, not sorry to your old favorite wing spot. Only at Lee's, famous for chicken.
At Elevation Chiropractic, our mission is to elevate your health and lifestyle, providing you the best customer service possible and making everyone who comes through our door feel welcomed and valued. Dr. Mike Noggle and his team recognize each patient is unique and tailor care plans to meet their needs. By having multiple techniques and therapies, it allows us to get results patients need and desire. We invite you to join the family at Elevation Chiropractic and experience the benefits of consistent chiropractic care. We understand that healing takes time, and we're committed to supporting you every step of the way. Contact us today to schedule an appointment and begin your journey towards elevated health and well-being. Elevation Chiropractic in Wapakoneta. Call 419-738-4373 or visit us at elevationchiroohio.com. Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981, and I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta.
Welcome back to Fred Brown Stadium in beautiful Defiance, Ohio. Week number 3 of high school football here on TSC. Redskins 21, the Bulldogs nothing.
Yeah, I was talking to Defiance's head coach, Steve Rittenauer, before the game. You know, I'm pretty good friends with him. He's been a long time head track coach, and
so cool.
He's been an assistant coach here for 25 years, and this is his first year as the head coach. And he made comment before the game about, Caden Page is probably the best receiver in the WBL, and he says they were going to have a big task, covering those guys up tonight. So
he does a great job with the run after the catch, doesn't he?
He was very impressed with Caden Page, and they were very concerned with him making plays.
Here's the ensuing kickoff by Niekamp. And because of the penalty, the Bulldogs, with a little bit of a return, should get near midfield, and they are. That's Jordan Wright on the return.
Yeah, Andre Longsworth made a tackle there, right by the sidelines.
So the Bulldogs, with their best starting field position of the evening, will be at the Wapak 48-yard line.
You think about it, this is only their third possession of the half.
Isn't that hard to believe?
Yes.
As I mentioned, Wapak pulling the trifecta. 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns.
Well, it looks like Hauser's back out there on the field. So
unbelievable. No way. No way. Yes, he is. Wow. Oh, wow. Wow, that's great to say.
Yep, Caden Page and Braylon Water on the tackle there, along with Jarrett Mullen.
Where's my towel so I can wipe my brow? I was sweating that one out. I would have been sweating that one out for the entire game. Oh, that's nice. Hey, a gain of 7 in the meantime. 2nd and 3 from the Wapak 41, under 2 minutes remaining. $1:52 on the clock. Bulldogs have all 3 of their timeouts. Here's a toss sweep around the left side. And that's Camaso trying to turn the corner. He's going to be short of the first down.
Yeah, Braylon Water did a nice job of playing off a defender there, and him and Hauser in on the tackle.
They got the nose of the ball at the 40, so the Bulldogs are going to burn one of their timeouts.
This is a big play right here.
And we'll keep it right here.
Defiance, even though they're down 3 scores, they got to kind of stick with their bread and butter and try to get back to running the football and try to pick up a first down here.
Hauser's brothers must be in the house because they probably were giving him heck for being injured, you know what I mean? All it takes is a slap in the helmet by one of your brothers, and that'll heal you up real quick.
Yeah. When he walked off the field, though, he looked like he was pretty timid, so I'm surprised.
But in our case, growing up, all I had to say was wait until your dad gets home. That's you got healed real quick. No, I'm not hurt, Dad. I'm okay. Well, once again, want to thank our sponsors for tonight's contest, our good friends at Minster Bank, Merritt Real Estate, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, and Allen Davis Insurance Agency. $1:38 remaining here in the first half. Wapak up 21-0. Bulldogs threatening. 3rd and a long 2. They've been struggling a little bit in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. We've got motion to the left, slot to the left. And it's going to be a handoff. And it looks like Comiso again. No, it's Gibbs, the ball carrier. Gibbs has enough for the first down. And they'll move the chains.
Mullen was in there for a tackle, but again, nice run by Defiance to pick up the first down.
Yeah, they want to put some points on the board before the end of the half, that's for sure. Going with some positivity. Ward hands it off late to Comiso. Boy, that could have been a miscue right there. He barely got the ball in the hands of Comiso.
Again, Braylon Walter, again, using his hands to play off a block there on the edge, and then they have Gage Vaughn coming up from his linebacker position to make a nice tackle.
Now the Bulldogs have 2 more timeouts and are letting the clock run under a minute right now. 2nd and 9 from the 34. There goes Ward, throws, caught, and it's Comiso on the receiving end inside the Wapak 30. And I'm assuming they would take a timeout right now, wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? Short of the first down. Clock continues to run, and that gets batted down and almost intercepted. Holy mackerel.
Mason Ludwig did a nice job of getting his hands up there and blocking that pass.
Our defensive line has done that a couple times this year. They really timed that perfectly.
Did a nice job of getting those hands up.
And it's not like these guys are 6'6". I mean, they get up there. That's a little deflating, but it also stops the clock. So now we're looking at a big 4th down with 34 seconds remaining in the half. The sophomore Colt Ward looks to the sideline with trips out to the left, 2 to the right. Empty backfield. I feel a blitz coming, and they did. They brought Hauser. And Ward sensed it and took off right away. He got the first down.
Yeah,
Hauser was cranked up to get to him.
Yeah, and once they brought the blitz, there was nobody in the middle of the field then, so the quarterback was not draw, was able to not get a nice gain for a first down.
Wow, good run by Ward. Timeout on the field with 27 seconds remaining in the half. And the Bulldogs threatening.
That's where your scouting comes into play, knowing the down and distance in the situation. Wapak likes to bring the pressure, and good call offensively for Defiance there.
Schedule-wise, once again on the road next week to Ottawa-Glandorf, and then home for St. Mary's on September 19th. That's homecoming. Then back on the road again to Van Wert and Shawnee. And then on October 10th, it's senior night against Kenton. And then the following week, it's band senior night against Elida. And let's hope we're not looking too far down the road at week number 10 right now. We're at Bath. And right now, that ball club looks pretty good.
Yeah, they're putting a lot of points on the board so far this year in those first 2 games.
So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. 27 seconds remaining here in the half. They need some points on the board. Trips out to the right. Ward takes the snap, rolls left, has time, looks, throws, and way out of bounds. He didn't want to kind of squeeze it in there as he was looking for Jordan Wright.
Longworth did a nice job. He got off a block and was putting some pressure on the quarterback there. Maybe threw it a little bit sooner than he wanted to.
And Ryan Richardson did a great job of covering Wright down that sideline, forcing Ward to throw that ball out of bounds as the moon slowly comes up in the east. 23 seconds remaining. 2nd and 10 from the 16. Again, that same formation. Trips out to the left, 2 to the right, looks to the right, throws to the right, and not sure where he was going with that ball.
Yeah, Gage Vaughn on the coverage there out of his linebacker position. Again, he in the hip pocket and basically didn't have a whole lot of room to throw and just throws it up over his head.
Matthew Walter was the closest one to it. And that stops the clock with 19 seconds. Bulldogs have one more timeout. See what they do here. Same formation as the previous 2. Trips out to the left. Look for Jordan Wright, split wide to the left, and Comiso tight to the left. Ward takes the snap, looks, throws to the right, and it's caught. It looks like he stepped out of bounds. He had some running room. That's Horvath, the senior. And Horvath stepped out of bounds, and he could have got it well inside the 5-yard line. Run after the catch.
Yeah, Braden Bowersock there gave a little bit of cushion, just not giving up the big throw over top, and gave the
Boy, he would have had the first down and everything, but he just couldn't keep his feet in bounds. So now it's 4th and 1. And taking the snap right now is Gibbs in the quarterback position, and Wapak's going to call a timeout, and I think that's a good timeout for Wapak.
You know, again, this is where we've been, but don't break. You know, this is going to be a big play for our defense here with a big stand here.
And it's also a formation they hadn't seen before, you know, especially with Gibbs in the quarterback position. And I think Camaso was back there with him, you know, but if I was going to run that with Gibbs, I would have put him over center. He only has to get 1 yard, and this is a team that gets 5 yards a carry, running the ball.
Yeah, and their short yardage there, they like to run to Kelton Gibbs quite a bit, and I mean he's a big load, so I wouldn't be surprised if he's not getting the ball here.
Well, we're probably going to end this quarter with Wapak only having 3 possessions in this game so far, and Defiance only 3 as well. With only 15 seconds remaining in the half and Wapak up by 3 touchdowns, Defiance needs to get a score here. But first, they got to get a first down. I think they get the first down, then call timeout, right?
Gibbs isn't even on the field right now. So
Get the first down, call timeout, right? Ward fakes the handoff. Ward's going to run around left end. It looks like he's got enough for the first down. Now you got to call your timeout. And so that's exactly what they do. Get the first down, call a timeout. So now 10 seconds remaining here in the half, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 5-yard line for the Bulldogs.
So what, we got enough time for probably 2 plays here, some type of quick pass, because if they run the ball, they're going to have to call. Do they have any timeouts left? No.
It's going to have to be real quick. You can get 2 plays.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's got to be a throw, though. It can't be a run.
Yep. And don't force it in there. So maybe time for a little, as they say, trickeration. What do you think?
I mean,
trickeration?
They have to throw the ball, don't they? I mean, if they run it, then their chance of running the clock out. It's like, yeah.
I just want to say the word trickeration.
Yeah.
Trickeration.
Again, this is where our defense has been really good this year. Bending but not breaking. Yeah, they drove the length of the field, but they have 0 points on the board right now. So
1st and goal from the 5 as the Bulldogs come back out with 10 seconds remaining. Desperately looking to put at least 6 points on the board. So let's see how they're set up here. Look for Jordan Wright. Look for the screen out here to the left. Maybe a down and out by Wright. And he looks to the left, and that's exactly the pattern he ran. And Ward decides to run the ball. They don't have any more timeouts left. What was that all about?
I think it was
you got to throw the ball.
I think it was a draw call. I think it was a QB draw call the whole way.
No way.
Yeah.
No way. You had 2 plays to pass the ball. And what a bummer. I feel for the Defiance fans on that play. As it brings us to the end of the first half from Fred Brown Stadium in Defiance. It's the Wapakoneta Redskins 21, the Defiance Bulldogs nothing. We'll be back with second half action right after this. You're watching Wapakoneta High School football on TSC.
Welcome to the Gigahood IQ app, your home's guardian in the digital realm, featuring Protect IQ. Protect IQ sweeps away viruses, malware, and online threats for your entire home, so you can focus on what truly matters: family. Shield your home with cutting-edge technology, ensuring every device is safe. No more digital dangers, just seamless, worry-free connectivity. Experience peace of mind with Protect IQ, included in the Gigahood IQ app. Download the free Gigahood IQ app and secure your home with Protect IQ today.
Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta.
Bushita Creek Steaks, naturally delicious, antibiotic, and hormone-free. From fresh, grass and grain-fed, free-to-roam cattle. Bushita Creek is a family-owned and operated 210-acre free-range ranch right here in Ohio. And we take the time to custom-fit your order to exactly what you want for steaks, roasts, hamburger, pet treats, gifts, freezer boxes, and much more. Check us out on the web at PushitaCreekSteaks.com. That's PushitaCreekSteaks.com.
When it comes to land, some people just see earth. We see an investment. We see growth. We see profits. We see life. When it comes to your farm and your land, we'll help you see your investment. At Dye Real Estate and Land Company, we know the land because we live it every day. Visit us today at dyerealestate.com. That's dyerealestate.com. Tired of searching for the right tire? Then you'll be glad you found Miller Brothers Tire Service. If it's round, rubber, and rolls, we've got it. Lawn and garden, agricultural and industrial, and everything in between. Miller Brothers is your one-stop super shop for everything tires and wheels. We offer the best service around, and we're family-owned and operated. And you know what? We're still going to be here tomorrow because we're on our second generation, and we've been here for 70 years. Give us a call or visit us online at millerbrostoTire.com for all your tire and wheel needs.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Augley Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no-obligation quote.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
At Ely Funeral Home and Crematory, we have years of experience caring for families from all walks of life. Each family comes to us because they know we are leaders in our profession, dedicated to excellence in service, and have the highest integrity. Our goal is to provide our client families with celebrations of their loved one's life and the time they share. We give every family in our community unique opportunities to learn, share, and remember. For more information, visit us at EelyFuneralHomeAndCrematory.com. Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs.
Are you having trouble making a decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at Auglai's and Sydney Audiology.
Auglai's Audiology has always been a wonderful experience. I have taken both of my little ones there for their preschool examinations, and my kids just love them.
Vanessa is such a calm and interesting audiologist who explains everything so thoroughly.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at Auglai's and Sydney Audiology.
Friday Night Football, everyone's favorite time of the season. The energy, the band, it all ties together perfectly. You deserve the same from your real estate transaction. Located in downtown Wapak and operating all throughout Northwest Ohio since 2012, Merritt Real Estate is here to provide you with exceptional service and commitment to ensure you get the most out of your real estate experience. From Friday night lights to Friday morning coffees on the porch, Merritt is with you because in Wapak, community comes first. Get more with Merritt, your home team in real estate.
Welcome back to Fred Brown Stadium, home of the Defiance Bulldogs. Week number 3 of high school football action between the Wapakoneta Redskins and the Defiance Bulldogs. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law. 21-0. Taking a look at the first half. Wapak, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns, and that's all you need to know, right?
Yeah.
Except defensively.
Yeah, defensively. I mean, because we thought Defiance was going to be able to move the football, which they have. They've been down in the red zone twice, but it's been our defense that bowed up and has shut them down. And
yeah, you said it in the first half, that bend but don't break kind of thing turned out to work out well for Wapak, especially on their first possession. They got caught with a pass interference defensively, and it set it up nicely for the Bulldogs to try to get some points there. But the defense made a few really nice stops, and then on the second possession, Defiance Bulldogs turned it over on downs, and finally, in the last possession of the game, deep in the Wapak territory, you don't get any deeper than like the 5-yard line, right? 6-yard line. And with 10 seconds remaining out of timeouts, they decide to run what looked to be an apparent, obvious quarterback delayed draw when they had at least 2 opportunities to pass the ball. And I know that Colt Ward, the sophomore quarterback, hasn't been throwing the ball very well.
Yeah, so I think that's kind of maybe they were thinking that, obviously we were thinking they were going to have 2 pass opportunities, and they tried to take advantage on that little sneak of the quarterback on the draw, and luckily we were able to shut him down.
Wapakoneta scoring drives, of course, started in their first possession of the game, a 57-yard touchdown pass for Moyer to Page. And as we mentioned, it was more like a 7-yard pass and a 50-yard run by Page, but a 62-yard scoring drive nonetheless. On their second possession, they drove it down the field. They started at their own 23, and then it was finished off by a 2-yard run by Moyer. And then on their third possession for the touchdown trifecta, as I like to call it, a 62-yard touchdown pass for Moyer to Page. Once again, one of those 15-yarders that Page just turned on the Jets, broke a few tackles, cut across field, and the rest is history. Wapak up 21-0. So the Bulldogs will receive the second half kickoff.
Should be Chase Camaso back there for Defiance, number 10, and number 1 right.
And have you been noticing anything different as far as the kicking duties are concerned? Drew Niekamp, who is perfect in his extra points attempts so far this year, 7 on 7 coming into the game. And 3 of 3 tonight, has replaced Gavin Gillespie tonight for the kickoff duties. And that low liner takes a Wapak delayed bounce, and that's picked up by Wright. Wright trying to reverse his field, and he gets caught just over the 20-yard line, where the Bulldogs will start 1st and 10.
Yeah, it looked like Gage Vaughn there tripping him up there on the coverage.
Talking about injuries, some good news for the Bishop family, right?
Yeah, it sounds like Isaiah had a good checkup this week, and things are going well. And so it's just a matter of him, I think it's going to be like 3 or 4 weeks and possibly get those screws out and, start his rehab then.
And then as far as tonight is concerned, we know that Caleb Moyer was coming in a little banged up, and he looks good tonight. And, of course, we saw Hauser go down and then work his way back onto the field. So we're kind of hoping that that he's good for the rest of the night as well. As we see that defense out there, and you can see Hauser right over the ball right now. 1st and 10 from their own 22. The Bulldogs with their first possession of the second half, and we've got a little bit of a delay on the field, and it looks like they've got everything together. Colt Ward back there with 2 other running backs, one of them Gibbs, and Gibbs gets the ball, and Gibbs running hard. 11-yard gain, maybe 12, right off the bat. Going to that ground game, Marcus.
Yeah, when your safeties are making the tackle on 1st down, they're, Defiance is coming out with that big offensive line. Had a nice push right there.
Gain of 12, we'll call it 1st and 10 from the 34. Gibbs back there again with Ward. We got motion to the left. That's going to be a handoff again. It's going to be Gibbs, but Gibbs wrapped up quickly by number 51, Wyatt Buell, the senior. Gave that little bear hug when he got to the line.
Man, if you notice, it seemed like we had all 11 guys within 7 yards of the ball.
Yeah, good pursuit down the line by the Wapak defense. Gain of 2. That'll bring up 2nd and 8. Just underway, second half action here from Fred Brown Stadium in Defiance. Week number 3 of high school football here on TSC. Ward once again in the shotgun. And it's Gibbs, the ball carrier once again. And Gibbs gets hit at about the 40. And that'll be a gain of about 3.
Yeah, middle linebacker Darren Hauser and on the tackle here.
So a 3rd and a long 5 from the 40-yard line. Colt Ward has been struggling a little bit in the passing game, and of course, Defiance claim to fame has been running for the last couple of years. Coming into this game, the number 1 team rushing-wise in the Western Buckeye League, averaging 5.3 yards per carry, and in most cases, they're getting that tonight. So big 3rd and 5. Ward looks, throws the screen, and that's number 21, Horvath, on the receiving end. And Horvath has enough for the first down into Wapak territory.
Yeah, they kind of used Wright as a decoy and took him down the field, and that left Horvath out in the flats, and Mullen had a long way to go to get out there and cover and make the tackle.
And just when you're talking about the passing game, they threw a safe one there, and it was a good run after the catch by the senior, William Horvath. 1st and 10 from the Wapak 48-yard line. This time, Ward was under center. Hands it off to Camaso, and Camaso coming into this game leading the Western Buckeye League in rushing.
Longsworth and Ludwig did a nice job of penetration right there, and then that left Hauser open for a nice stick on the tackle.
Don't think I want to be standing straight up with Hauser coming at me no matter what. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 from the 46, just underway. Second half action from Defiance. Motion to the left this time. Ward steps back into the shotgun. It's a quarterback keeper all the way. And just like the last play of the game, that one doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, they weren't trying to trick Braylon Walters at all. He right there on the edge. Nice tackle. Makes it 3rd down.
Goodness gracious. That kind of surprised me on that play. Now it's going to be 3rd and long from the 8. 3rd and 8 from the 46. 3rd and 8. 2 wide receivers to the right, 2 left, but they're tight left. Ward feeling a little bit of pressure, and it gets knocked out of his hands.
Yeah. Again, Braylon Walter coming off the edge.
Walter knocked the ball out of his hands.
Yes, he did.
Oh, that would have been a sweet turnover right there.
Again, nice loss there. Probably about 8-yard loss for the offense.
So it's hard to run an offense if you can't find any positivity in your passing game. You could come in running the ball, but you can't dominate like they did 2 years ago. So that'll bring out the punting unit. The usual cast of characters back to receive, and we've got a flag on the play on this 4th and 16. I think they're going to back it up and have a false start. So that's going to move the ball back to about the 42-yard line, 43-yard line. So with a nice return, Wapak can be in very good field position.
Yeah, Hegler will be punting here for Defiance.
He's going to have to get it off quickly here. And he does. That high kick. Mullen's going to let it go straight out of bounds, and that's to Wapak's advantage because I think they're going to mark it down. Let's see. It's going to be near the 35 and actually near the 37-yard line. So Wapak will start 1st and 10 from their 37. I'd like to thank our sponsors once again for tonight's contest. As always, our good friends at TSC. We can't do it without you guys. Also want to give a big shout out to Allen Davis Insurance Agency, our friends at Elevation Chiropractic, and Minster Bank. Also want to remind you about Amanda Lifferton and those incredible Buckeye Creek steaks. I think those are available at Schneider's Market in Wapakoneta, or check them out online. Get them ordered and get them delivered and enjoy them all football season long. 1st and 10. Moyer looks, throws, and that's Bishop on the receiving end. And Bishop, we're going to say that's a gain of about 8 on the play.
Yeah, the safety, Horvath, getting to come up with a hit in coverage for the Defiance Bulldogs.
All right, Wapak with their 4th possession of the game. They made the trifecta. Could they make it the, what is that? It's not the, it's the, you get four in a row, and then when you're gambling there, you don't get trips out to the left. That's Mullen. Mullen trying to turn the corner and just found that little seam to get at least 3 yards on the play and get enough for the first down. They'll move the chains.
Yeah, linebackers Kelton Gibbs and Cumsooth on the tackle again.
Wapak, their first possession of the second half, and the clock continues to run after the Defiance Bulldogs turned the ball over on downs on their first possession. 2 wide receivers set. Richardson split wide to the right. We've got motion to the right. And it's going to be a handoff right up the gut. It's Mullen. And Mullen with another big gainer there.
Yeah, the safety, Horvath, is the first guy to make contact there. And if it's your safety making the contact being first, it's going to be a good run. So 7 yards right there on first down.
And Mullen gets up a little gingerly as Bishop comes back into the game. And Richardson's going to head out. Good crowd on hand up here from Wapakoneta. At least the visitor side is packed, and a good crowd here for Defiance because it's a beautiful night for high school football. And it looks as though Moyer's going to take a timeout. So he must have saw something that he didn't like.
The play clock was running out.
Okay. Good eye. Good eye. So with 5:31 remaining here in the third quarter, we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Founded in 1914, Minster Bank has never lost its focus that separates us from every other bank, and that is helping people achieve financial success. At Minster Bank, we take pride in knowing our customers personally. You can expect a relationship with someone who understands your unique needs and can provide the solutions to help. We're Minster Bank, helping you achieve financial success. Minster Bank, minsterbank.com, member FDIC.
Jake from State Farm. I really want that personal price plan, so I'll admit it. I'm a bath bomb guy.
Dude, you do not need to get that personal. The State Farm Personal Price Plan simply helps you create an affordable price just for you.
For real?
Who's ready for their jazz bath? No?
Who is that guy?
This is Jimmy from Jimmy Sager State Farm in Wapakoneta, Ohio. Stop in our office at 201 East Augley Street or call 419-738-7506 or check us out on the web at jimmysager.com for your free, no-obligation quote.
At Ely Funeral Home and Crematory, we have years of experience caring for families from all walks of life. Each family comes to us because they know we are leaders in our profession, dedicated to excellence in service, and have the highest integrity. Our goal is to provide our client families with celebrations of their loved one's life and the time they share. We give every family in our community unique opportunities to learn, share, and remember. For more information, visit us at EelyFuneralHomeAndCrematory.com.
Welcome back. Big Dan Wilson and Mark Law. 2nd and 3 from the Bulldog 43. Play action. Moyer looks, throws down the middle, has a man open, and in and out of the hands of Bishop as it got tipped defensively.
Yeah, Bishop got behind the safety, number 21, Will Horvath, and Man, I thought he was going to pull that in for a second.
That was a good defensive tip there to keep it out of his hands, and I think Moyer threw it a little short there. Yeah. 3rd and 3 from the 43. 2 wide receivers out to the left. Caleb Adams is wide left, trips out to the right, empty backfield for Moyer. Moyer looks, and there's a flag, and then we have
a false start.
False start again. You got to be kidding me. I did not want to see that. All right, week number 3, Marcus. We've got to get these disciplinary things underway here.
Yeah.
I mean, we got to get them under wraps, I should say.
Sometimes they like to get out there and go fast, and sometimes those receivers just get a little ahead of themselves.
So they're going to back it up. Not good. 3rd and 8. But they were going to pass no matter what. It just seemed like they were set up to pass. So again, those 2 wide receivers out to the left, including Caleb Adams, wide left, trips out to the right. Moyer takes the snap. Looking. Now he's feeling a little bit of pressure. Still has time, looks, and he's just going to throw the ball out of bounds.
Yeah, Defiance did a nice job of coverage down the field, so once he broke the pocket, he just was getting rid of the ball out of bounds.
You know, one of the things I noticed over the last couple of weeks is when he was feeling pressure, and the receivers could see it too, they were coming back to him.
Yeah.
They were mirroring him or shadowing him parallel down the field. And I didn't see that there. They just kept running their routes. So maybe they didn't see him scrambling at all. So it's going to bring out the punting unit.
And back there is going to be Jordan Wright for Defiance, number 1.
Blocked to do the punting duties. That's a high snap. Feeling the pressure, and that's going to get blocked, but still get some positive roll for the Redskins. So when things are going your way.
Number 10, Kamaso will come off the edge and did get a little piece of that.
Wow. When things are rolling your way, that's what happens. So Defiance will take over 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line. Wapak up 21-0 on the road to Ottawa Glandorf next week, and then the following week back to the friendly confines of Wapakoneta Field with motion to the right. Quarterback Ward is going to hand it off, and he's got some running room and then some. On the move is number 32, Gibbs, and Gibbs had one man to beat before he got to the end zone into Wapak territory.
Yeah, safety Caden Page there on the tackle. I was just noticing they must have taken Ludwig out of the game and Longsworth, so they had 2 new down linemen, Baker, and they moved Buell inside and brought Tate Niekamp in at the defensive end. So 2 new defensive tackles there, and that's right where they ran.
First and 10 from the Wapak 46-yard line. Again, it's a handoff. This time it's Kamaso, and Kamaso gets wrapped up after a gain of about 3 on the play.
Yeah, nice job by the linebackers there, Mullen and Gage Vaughn in on the tackle.
So a little positivity here for the Bulldog offense with 4:16 remaining here in the third quarter. They've driven the ball deep into Wapak territory twice so far in this game. So they can move the ball up and down the field. They just got to capitalize when they get down there. 2nd and 7. Oh, my. Almost picked off. And it looks like the receiver stepped out of bounds after he caught the ball. That was Jared Wright on the receiving end.
Yeah, you had Richardson out there in coverage. It looked like the Redskins were bringing their linebackers on a little blitz, and quarterback was able to get the ball out quick, and nice gain on 2nd down.
Yeah, and again, a situation where the receiver's got to know where that sideline is. You know, it came back to haunt him a little bit on that last drive of the first half, where the receiver stepped out of bounds, and it hurt him right there, too. Looked like that could have been a touchdown had he stayed in bounds. That's Gibbs, the ball carrier, up to the 35-yard line. And that's enough for the first down. They'll move the chains.
Yeah, Noah Baker and Jarrett Mullen, and looks like Noah Bishop was in on that tackle as well.
So it's kind of a hurry-up offense for the Bulldogs. And I like that. They're not taking any time to get up to the line of scrimmage after each play so far on this drive. Ward in the shotgun. Back there with him is Camaso. Takes the snap, tries to set up the screen. He does. Connects. It's Gibbs. Gibbs up inside the 30-yard line, close to another first down. Good run after the catch there.
Yeah, you had Bishop out there on the corner making a tackle, and even Braylon Walter from his end position hustling him down the field to help out on the tackle there.
That young man is all over the field.
He can run for defensive end.
He really
can run.
Yeah, we talked
Long
about
and
that
lanky,
last week.
Very athletic.
How quick he is, yeah. No, he's going to be short of the first down. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the Wapak 26. Ward's going to hand it off. It's going to be Gibbs again, and he's got the first down. As he falls inside the 20-yard line, they'll move the chains for sure here.
Jarrett Mullen and Ryan Richardson in on the stop there for the Redskins.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Nice drive. Started back in their 27-yard line. They've got a little bit of a rhythm going here, so that's nice to see.
Yeah, they're starting to run behind that nice big offensive line for Defiance.
Ward with trips out to the right, looks to the right, now steps up in the pocket, feeling a little pressure, and boy, he got hit hard.
Yeah, Wyatt Buell and Noah Baker both put the hammer on him there.
And again, Buell with that hard hit. I mean, he barely got back to the line of scrimmage on that one. And this is where the Bulldogs have been struggling all game. I mean, they're, again, in the red zone of the Wapakoneta Redskins. Ward to hand it off. It's Gibbs. Gibbs inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal for the Bulldogs. Let's make sure they mark it. Past the first down, it's going to be close, or they're going to call for a measurement. How many times do you see a measurement in any level of football in the last 3 years?
Yeah, they pretty much on the spot with the marking.
Yeah, so they're going to say he's short. I was a coach, I'd call for a measurement, man. But nonetheless, it's 3rd and 1. Camaso and Gibbs in the backfield with Ward as we've got motion to the left. Little bit of movement there by Camaso as Gibbs gets tripped up short of the touchdown. It looked like Camaso was moving. He was kind of leaning forward there for a second. I'm surprised there's no false start on the Bulldogs on that play. But that's right. They got the first down, and it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. And it looks as though Ward's going to set up under center this time. And again, it's Camaso and Gibbs in the backfield. Give the ball to Gibbs, Mark? No, give the ball to Camaso.
Yeah.
And touchdown, Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's pretty hard. I mean, when you have them on the 1 yard and that line with those 2 running backs and that big offensive line, that's hard to stop right there.
So that wakes up the Defiance faithful with less than a minute remaining here in the 3rd quarter. The Bulldogs are on the board, cutting the Wapak lead 21-6. Let's see if they can tack on one more.
Yeah, Jamison Burris is out there for the Defiance Bulldogs to kick the PAT.
There's the snap, the place, the kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 57 seconds remaining here in the 3rd quarter, Defiance 7, Wapakoneta 21. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. You're watching Wapakoneta High School football here on TSC.
G.A. Windsor & Son Company, family owned and the original recycler since 1848. We're proud to be headquartered in Wapakoneta, and our commitment to the community has never changed. We celebrate the hard work of our employees and provide our customers with the best service available in our industry, all while being environmentally conscious. We are proud of our city and proud of our workers. We are G.A. Windsor & Son. Visit us on the web at gawindsor.com.
Friday Night Football, everyone's favorite time of the season. The energy, the band, it all ties together perfectly. You deserve the same from your real estate transaction. Located in downtown Wapak and operating all throughout Northwest Ohio since 2012, Merritt Real Estate is here to provide you with exceptional service and commitment to ensure you get the most out of your real estate experience. From Friday night lights to Friday morning coffees on the porch, Merritt is with you because in Wapak, community comes first. Get more with Merritt, your home team in real estate.
Are you having trouble making a decision about where to go for your hearing care? Well, let us help you cut through the noise. Hear what our patients have to say about us here at Auglaize and Sydney Audiology.
Auglaize Audiology has always been a wonderful experience. I have taken both of my little ones there for their preschool examinations, and my kids just love them.
Vanessa is such a calm and interesting audiologist who explains everything so thoroughly.
Don't trust your hearing care to just anyone. See the professionals at Auglaize and Sydney Audiology.
Your outdoor fun starts here at Dad's Toy Shop. See us today for all of your favorite remote control land, air, and watercraft, and so much more. Dad's Toy Shop in downtown Wapakoneta is your one-stop shop for all of your hobby needs. Allen Davis Insurance Agency, your solutions provider in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. Allen is a business owner and an active farmer and Farmers Insurance President's Council Hall of Fame inductee for 2025. Trust Allen Davis Insurance Agency for auto, home, life, commercial, and total farm protection with offices in Wapakoneta, Lima, and Minster. For more information, check us out on the web at allendavisinsurance.com.
Welcome back to Fred Brown Stadium. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law. 57 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. It's 21-7.
Yeah, no, it could be easily 21-21 right now. You know, Defiance had those two nice drives in the first half, which ended in the red zone. You know, Wapak's defense stepping up. But, I mean, Defiance has moved the football tonight, just have not got it in the end zone.
So you might want to consider this a wake-up call, too, for the defense. I know it was a wake-up call for the Bulldog offense, but the defense has to pay attention here. We still have a whole nother quarter to play. And as you mentioned, the Bulldogs have been moving the ball. We had 2 stops, but they made their third in the red zone count and cut the lead to 14. There's Page up to the 20, trying to find a sideline to the 30, to the 40, to the 50 in midfield and over the midfield stripe into Defiance territory.
I am surprised.
What a nice return.
I am so surprised that they kicked the ball deep to those guys. You know, in the first half,
we talked about that. Why did they squib kick it?
It's like, why are you kicking the ball to 2 of the best players in the league in open space and running like that?
Wow.
I just can't believe teams are kicking the ball back to those guys.
Wow. Absolutely. So 46 seconds remaining, and Wapak answers with a great return to start at the Defiance 46-yard line. 2 wide receivers set. That's Longsworth in motion to the right. Handoff, it's going to be Mullen. Mullen trying to cut it around the right end and get a few more yards. My goodness gracious. Little high tackle there. Why no flag? Looked like a horse collar tackle. Has a great return and a nice run. And just like that, Wapak is threatening near the 21-yard line.
He busted through the hole, and 21, the safety came up to make a tackle.
I couldn't catch my. I couldn't.
Jarrett put a move on him, and next thing you know, he's 20 yards down the field.
I couldn't even catch my breath while he was running. I'm trying to describe. He's moving faster than I can talk. And I am sure Gretchen would say something about that to me. So, because I don't think anybody moves as fast as I talk. Oh, goodness gracious. 1st and 10 from the 21 of Defiance, just like that. Handoff. It's Mullen, and Mullen inside the 20-yard line. And that'll be the last play of the third quarter as Wapak tries to respond to that 73-yard drive by the Bulldogs to cut the Wapak lead to 14. We're headed to the fourth quarter. It's the Wapakoneta Redskins 21, Defiance Bulldogs 7. You're watching Wapakoneta High School football here on TSC. We'll be back right after this timeout.
At Elevation Chiropractic, our mission is to elevate your health and lifestyle, providing you the best customer service possible and making everyone who comes through our door feel welcomed and valued. Dr. Mike Noggle and his team recognize each patient is unique and tailor care plans to meet their needs. By having multiple techniques and therapies, it allows us to get results patients need and desire. We invite you to join the family at Elevation Chiropractic and experience the benefits of consistent chiropractic care. We understand that healing takes time, and we're committed to supporting you every step of the way. Contact us today to schedule an appointment and begin your journey towards elevated health and well-being. Elevation Chiropractic in Wapakoneta. Call 419-738-4373 or visit us at elevationchiroohio.com.
Lee's new crispy golden fried spicy wings come in packs of 6, 12, or 20. That means they're perfect for solo snacking or feasting with family and friends. Sorry, not sorry to your old favorite wing spot. Only at Lee's, famous for chicken.
Let me tell you about my friends at Miller's Corral, a family-owned discount appliance and furniture store right here in Wapakoneta. Miller's Corral has served customers in Wapakoneta and the surrounding area since 1981, and I can tell you firsthand, they beat the big box stores. Low prices on quality products and top-notch customer service. They're all about service, delivery, installation, and repair. Miller's Corral is an authorized dealer of such brands as Amana, FlexSteel, KitchenAid, Maytag, Whirlpool, and more. Take my word for it, they are the best. For complete sales and service, visit my friends at Miller's Corral in the Grandview Plaza, Wapakoneta.
Welcome back to Fred Brown Stadium in Defiance, Ohio. Big Dan Wilson and Mark Law. Wow. I hope you didn't walk away from the TV after that touchdown by Defiance, because just like that, the Redskins, 2nd and 6 from the Bulldogs 17. Couple of big plays. Mullen fake handoff across the middle. It's Ryan Richardson. Yeah! Tell me he got in the end zone.
They're putting him down at the 1.
What a great play fake. Great play action there by Moyer, as Richardson got tripped up just before he got into the end zone.
He was stretched, and he was trying to get to that end zone, but he just came up short.
Oh, my goodness. That young man trying to use every 6 feet 1 inch plus his arm length to put that ball in the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal for the Redskins. My goodness gracious, a great return, couple of incredible plays, and just like that, 1st and goal. Moyer up over center, lost the handle on it. Longsworth picks it up, and he's in the end zone. Wow.
Boy, that almost looked like, did you see the Michigan?
Wow.
Did you see the Michigan play in New Mexico?
No.
New Mexico snapped it underneath the quarterback's legs to the running back purposely.
That's right. Yeah.
And the quarterback jumped over the pile. That's kind of what that looked like, because it went through Moyer and right to Andre, and he picks it up and scores a touchdown.
Well, we'd like to assume that was practiced this week, but I'm assuming not.
I mean, it looked like just that play exactly.
My goodness gracious. Wapak responding to the 73-yard drive by the Bulldogs with a great return after the touchdown into the Bulldog 46-yard line and then marching it in from there. Wow.
Was that our 4th possession?
No, that was our 5th.
Okay.
Our 4th possession, we turned it over on downs.
Okay, I was going to say, I
don't know where you're sitting right now.
I thought we were 4 for 4.
All right, what do you got in that Sprite bottle over there? Come on. Wow, what a way to start the 4th quarter. Niekamp. The kick is up, and the kick is good. And since we came from a timeout, we'll keep it right here. Niekamp coming in this game, 7 for 7. Today he's 4 for 4, 11 for 11. I mean, he's really found a great rhythm, and I've been watching him progress.
Yeah.
You know, in that first game against Oregon Clay, I watched him kick, and it looked like he was getting under it a little. I even mentioned to you that was like maybe too many rotations. I used to kick a football, so I know a little bit. But, you know, right now, I mean, he's hitting it solid. He's hitting it true. And that's going to bode well for him if we need to have him try to hit a 40-yarder.
It's just like anything,
or something like that.
His confidence starts building, and he just, it's going to get better and better. And he's the type of kid that's just, he's going to work hard at it, all the time. So
yeah, that's great to see. Of course, he's doing kickoffs today because of what we heard, injury to Gavin Gillespie, the sophomore who would normally be kicking off. And Gillespie has put a couple down near the goal line inside the 5, and Niekamp doing an admirable job kicking off tonight.
So back for Defiance, we have Comiso and Wright back here to receive the kick.
Niekamp walks it off. And here we go. Defiance has to respond on this possession. We're in the fourth quarter now. And that's Wright on the return and gets tripped up before he gets to the 30-yard line by who?
Longsworth did a nice job down coverage down the field.
You betcha. So we see, Andre on defense. We see him on offense. We see him on special teams. I mean, he certainly makes an impact when he's on the field, doesn't he?
Yeah, definitely. And it's nice now they're taking him out here and getting some time in for the Baker kid and also Buell. So Tate Niekamp comes into the game at defensive end. So, again, some of these younger guys getting some playing time now.
Yep. All right, so Colt Ward's got to get him going. Colt has to get on his horse and start moving this team. 1st and 10 from the 29, 11:06 remaining in the game, and Wapak up 28-7. Here's the handoff. It's going to be Gibbs. Or is it Comiso, number 10? Yeah, it's Comiso, the ball carrier. I'm sorry.
Looks like we also got Caden Page off the field finally, and looks like Guy Kohlreiser came in to replace him at safety.
So Wapak making some good changes. Defensively here, again, depth is what it's all about all season long. We're gonna know that as the season progresses because it really rears its ugly head when somebody gets hurt. 2nd and 6, handoff Gibbs, and Gibbs gets tripped up by Mullen in the backfield.
Yeah, they bring Mullen off the edge and basically fought off the block, and again was able to trip up the running back.
So that negates that 3-yard. First down, and now it's 3rd and at least 11. I don't know why they're calling it 13. It's not really 13, is it? No. Where's the homer on the scoreboard? There he goes. He makes the correction on the scoreboard. It's 3rd and 11.
Redskins will go into their nickel, bring Mullen back as a defensive back, and bring Miller in as another linebacker.
Trips out to the right. Ward looks to the right. Steps up. He's going to try to throw it down the right sideline, and that is almost intercepted. Let's see, did Mullen stay in bounds? Oh, they're going to say he was out of bounds down that sideline. And Jared Mullen was complaining about it, and the official throws the flag. Yeah. If you're gonna do that, you have to do it without looking at the official.
Yeah, not right in front of his face there.
No, don't be
I think he really truly believes he was in bounds, which from my point of view, it sure looked like he was in bounds.
Wow. And I think our field camera is on the other side of the field the second half, so with only one field camera here for tonight's game, we'll take a look at it on the big camera and see. Well, the unsportsmanlike conduct is going to give the Bulldogs a first down. They move the ball to the 42-yard line. We're at 9:37 remaining in the game. Wapak up 28-7. 2 in the backfield with Ward, and he's going to hand it off to Gibbs, and Gibbs gets stopped in the backfield, but drags a couple of white jerseys with him back to the line of scrimmage. Wow.
Wow, Baker, number 91, defensive tackle, was taking on 2 guys right there, and Tate Niekamp. So, our linebackers were able to come up and fill, and again, no gain on the play.
2nd and 10. There you go. They're filling the box. Oh, I thought Hauser was showing blitz there. Ward looks, throws the screen out to the right side. That's Horvath, and Horvath gets tripped up by Bishop. Nice defensive play.
Job. He saw that from the get-go. He just came up and was able to bypass the blocker out there and made a nice play for a tackle for a very short gain.
I'd like to thank our sponsors for tonight's contest. Once again, our friends at Elevation Chiropractic, Minster Bank, Merritt Real Estate, and Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken. 3rd and 8 for the Bulldogs. 4-down territory, even this point of the game, do you think?
Oh, I think so. Down 3 touchdowns, you have to.
2 wide receivers to the right, slot left. Colt looks, throws, and puts a lot of air under that ball. And a lot of tugging and pulling, and Bishop with a great defensive play as Jordan Wright tried to go up for the ball. And that was well short. I mean, he just put a lot, maybe too much air underneath that ball.
I was going to say, it was like a jump ball out there, and Noah Bishop was in great position there to defend it.
I'm surprised it wasn't picked off. Wow.
Yeah, I think Wright gained the defensive back there.
Now it's 4th down, and let's see what happens. They're going to definitely go for it?
Yeah.
I would see that happening, and then Wapak might send Hauser in the blitz. Let's see, he's moving up into the box. Yeah, he's threatening to blitz, and here he comes. And he's under pressure. There goes Ward, tries to throw it out of there, and downfield, intended for Gibbs, and that's going to fall incomplete, and Wapak will take over on downs.
Yeah, Kohlraiser did a nice job on coverage there on the edge, and again, didn't give him much room for the pass and throwing it out of bounds.
Well, at this point of the game, I see Wapak should be running the ball, or at least just kind of.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of Mullen here and a lot of Longsworth.
Maybe more Longsworth than Mullen.
Yeah.
Yeah, into the ball game right now is number 32.
Caleb Wackoff.
As well, so we usually see him in the backfield. Let's see what happens. Moyer running onto the field. And they're down to 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 3 seconds. Wackoff in motion. Handoff. Andre breaking tackles. And, boy, he got hit hard by Camaso when he got up over the 40-yard line. That was a nice stick by number 10, Camaso.
Yeah, Andre did a nice job of making the first guy miss, but, yeah, Camaso was not letting him up.
And that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to run the play clock down before they run the ball. And that's the wise thing to do at this point, even though we got Ryan Richardson split wide to left. Bishop out there with him. That's Wackoff in motion to the right. Handoff. Longsworth. It looked like he almost had a hand to the face there, and there's a flag down on the play. Or is there it's not a holding, but hopefully that's not an injury either.
Jackson Becker was in on a tackle for Defiance.
Austin got up a little slow there. Van Ruin? Did you not see him get up slow?
I did not.
Okay. Well, 3rd and short. It's a long one. It's probably more like 2 yards. There we go. Moyer going to hand it off to Andre. He's got the first down inside the 30, down to the 25. They'll move the chains and keep the clock running.
Yeah, Abel Paxton making the tackle. If not, Andre might have been going to the end zone on that one.
Well, Wapak holding true to both their defense and offense as far as scoring and keeping the defense or keeping the opponent's offense in check. They opened the season with a 28-7 win against Oregon Clay, 24-7 win against Salina last week, and right now 28-7 with 6:15 remaining in the game. Moyer takes the snap, and they're just running Andre right, Andre left. This time it's Andre right, and sniffed out by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, if the offense just runs it out here, I could see them getting it down to under 2 minutes.
Yeah, you've got the play clock at 30 seconds. Yeah, you could easily get it under to 3 at least.
They get another first down. And
I don't see Defiance calling any timeouts,
No.
right? Yeah. It's a loss of 2 on the play. It's 2nd and 12 now from the Bulldog 27. 2 wide receivers to the right. That's Wackoff in motion to the right. There's Andre. Andre with plenty of room around the corner, still on his feet. And a nice gain there. Wow. Andre didn't go through the hole. He just went around the right end and found that other gear that he has too.
Yeah, corner number 11, Hegler on the tackle for Defiance. Wapak get a first down here. That might be wrapping it up then.
4:53 remaining and the clock running. We'll call it 3rd and 2. Yeah, if Andre's up to it, just keep it going. Andre left. Yeah, it's Andre left, but Andre goes right this time inside the 10.
Yeah, I think the play call was the left, and he made a nice cut back to the right.
He just made a quick decision, saw that out of his peripheral vision, and said, that's where I'm going. There's nobody over here. I'm going over there. And instinctively, he got to it and got the first down.
Yeah, I think he's down right now.
Well, we don't want to see that. Come on. All right. We don't want to see another injury. And we have an injury timeout on the field, so we'll take a timeout. We'll be back right after this. You're watching high school football on TSC.
Personal service. That's Home Savings Bank. Locally owned and operated, Home Savings Bank takes pride in being part of the Wapakoneta community since 1941. Home Savings Bank continues to offer more services like online bill pay, ID Theft Smart, a mobile banking app, home mortgage and equity loans, construction loans, lines of credit, savings accounts, IRAs, and more. All with friendliness, integrity, and the personal service you deserve. Home Savings Bank in downtown Wapakoneta.
Pushita Creek Steaks, naturally delicious, antibiotic, and hormone-free. From fresh, grass and grain-fed, free-to-roam cattle. Pushita Creek is a family-owned and operated 210-acre free-range ranch right here in Ohio. And we take the time to custom-fit your order to exactly what you want for steaks, roasts, hamburger, pet treats, gifts, freezer boxes, and much more. Check us out on the web at PushitaCreekSteaks.com. That's PushitaCreekSteaks.com.
When it comes to land, some people just see earth. We see an investment. We see growth. We see profits. We see life. When it comes to your farm and your land, we'll help you see your investment. At Dye Real Estate Land Company, we know the land because we live it every day. Visit us today at dyerealestate.com. That's dyerealestate.com. Tired of searching for the right tire? Then you'll be glad you found Miller Brothers Tire Service. If it's round, rubber, and rolls, we've got it. Lawn and garden, agricultural and industrial, and everything in between. Miller Brothers is your one-stop super shop for everything tires and wheels. We offer the best service around, and we're family-owned and operated. And you know what? We're still going to be here tomorrow because we're on our 2nd generation, and we've been here for 70 years. Give us a call or visit us online at millerbrostoTire.com for all your tire and wheel needs.
Welcome back to Defiance. Big Dan Wilson alongside of Mark Law as we start to wind things down with 4:33 remaining and the clock running now. 1st and goal for the Redskins is Longsworth is now out and caught in the backfield with a big stick.
Camazo just came in on the blitz and just lit him up.
Wireman, the ball carrier, just didn't have anywhere to go. And that was one heck of a stick right there. See if you keep an eye on the sideline and see if you see anything with Andre over there. Make sure he's okay.
Looks like Wapak subbing in some offensive linemen here.
Now we're under 4 minutes remaining on 2nd and 12. And Moyer's been replaced at quarterback.
Yeah,
looks like Trent Lisi's in there right now. Lisi takes the low snap, and there are whistles. It's another false start. Please don't tell me it's another false start.
I think they got some young guys in there.
Yeah, but even with the starters in there, we've had too many false starts today. Yeah. And it stops the clock with 3:35 remaining. They're going to talk about it. And, yeah. There you go. Once again, I want to thank our sponsors, as always, Dye Real Estate and Land Camp Company, Pashita Creek Steaks, Dad's Toy Shop, Oglaze Audiology, Ely Funeral Home, and Miller Brothers Tire. I guess the Miller family ought to be pretty proud of their freshman on the field today.
Yeah, and what's nice is he's getting a little bit of playing time each game, and, you know, with some of those linebackers playing both ways, you know, Hauser had the injury earlier, and he was able to come in. And
right away, right? I mean, boom. That's what we want to see, man. You got to be able to step up and show some impact. Wireman again, the ball carrier. After the penalty.
Gibbs from his linebacker position made a nice tackle there, a nice hit.
Well, 3rd and goal now from the 16. Under 3 minutes remaining in the game. What a beautiful night for high school football. I mean, weather-wise, everything was just perfect.
Yeah, it's a little windy early on, and it, you know, calmed down a little bit. It's still got a little wind out there, but not like it was earlier. So, yeah, just beautiful night for high school football.
And I thought, based on what the weatherman was saying, I thought the wind would have a factor tonight. Wireman carrying the ball again, barely gets back.
Yeah, Camaso again blitzing in there and making a nice hit.
He doesn't even get to the line of scrimmage. He lost another yard there, I'm assuming. Yeah, he did. So now it's the 18-yard line. So 4th and goal. Now we're working our way under 2 minutes. Do you think you bring out Niekamp and tack on 3 or just run it?
I don't think you do. I think you just run it. Eat the clock up.
Out of respect?
Yeah, did that. And why get a chance of a block kick return? You know, it's just like you don't need it. You're up 3 touchdowns. Just run the clock here.
Yeah, they're running the play clock down. It's 3, 2, 1. And then Moyer will call the timeout with $1:45 remaining in the game, and we'll keep it right here. So let's look at what's happening for Wapakoneta as far as the remaining schedule is concerned. You know, we talked about, Ottawa Glandorf, you never know what you're going to get up in Ottawa Glandorf. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, we talked about them coming into the game, what, you know, the schedule and who they played and what their offense was like. I mean, points-wise, they're
0-2 going into their game tonight, so, I mean.
They haven't scored a lot of points.
No.
And they didn't even score against Liberty Benton.
They had a big touchdown run on a kickoff last week against Defiance, like 99 yards for a touchdown. It was amazing. But with Ottawa, like you said, you just don't know sometimes. And
you don't know what you're going to get at OG. And then we're back home against St. Mary's on homecoming, which is September 19th.
Yeah, it looked
and that's halfway through the season, Mark.
And it looked like St. Mary's was beating Salina tonight, so St. Mary's will be coming off a win. So
yeah, but when we go home for St. Mary's, that's halfway through the season.
Yeah.
Wow,
it goes fast.
It really does. Well, I guess they are going to try to kick a field goal here. So Niekamp is going to attempt a 35. I like it. Yeah. I like trying to see what he can do. He's been good all day.
It's good.
Oh, wow. What a great kick. A 35-yard field goal by Niekamp.
Building on that confidence we were talking about earlier.
Wow.
It might not count right now as far as necessary, but it might be a game later in the year where we do need that. So.
Yeah, exactly. You get to the point to where you need to get a couple of those under your belt.
Yep.
And like I mentioned to you, I think he's gotten better and better every week since the preseason, last preseason game that we did against Minster. I saw him struggling a little bit, but I think also kicking off tonight has kind of helped him a little bit on that impact point when it comes to a long field goal, because you have to change your impact point, when you're kicking a field goal as opposed to an extra point.
Yeah.
Wow, with a $1:39 remaining, Wapak 31, Defiance 7. Looking at the rest of the schedule after St. Mary's, on the road to Van Wert and Shawnee, home to Kenton and Elida, then back on the road to Bath. Wow. A lot of positivity can come out of this game because you were playing the team that was the #1 defense so far in the league. And they really controlled the line of scrimmage, and they moved at will, especially in those first 3 possessions of the game, Mark.
Yeah, and I mean, they were the leading rushing offense in the league also. And, for our defense to step up when they had to and in the red zone to make some stops. And so I think it's been a great game for us tonight.
Can't say enough about Alan Davis Insurance Agency. Alan has been a great friend for over 40 years and a great sponsor of everything we do on TSC. Camaso on the return is going to get it up to the 30-yard line.
Cole Razor got a tackle there for the Redskins.
And I would assume that they're bringing in the backups for Defiance, right? Let me know if you see the same thing that I'm looking at.
No, I see, a lot of new numbers. The offensive line might be the same, but it looks like a lot of skilled players are coming in.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, new quarterback, number 12, Evan Davis.
Well, I've seen some power rankings, which, they've had Wapak rated high as far as in their division is concerned.
Yeah, Wapak's definitely got their 2s in on defense as well.
What do you think so far? I mean, the first 3 weeks of the season and what we saw against Minster in that preseason.
It's going to come back to us staying healthy, because with the running backs and the skilled players that we have, I just don't see anybody stopping us. I mean, if you double team Caden Page, then you're going to throw to Ryan Richardson or Noah Bishop, and you got Mullen coming out of the backfield one-on-one out in space. You got him running the ball. I mean, Caleb hasn't even really ran the ball yet this year either, and he's capable with some big runs. So, I mean,
right.
If we stay healthy, I mean.
Well, that's a key point, because, we're wiping our brow at the fact that, Hauser, got hurt, and then he came back in, and so now we're concerned about, Longsworth,
and
too.
I think they're doing a nice job of trying to get some young players in different times and getting guys breaks. Ludwig comes out of the game as an offensive and defensive lineman, and they put Baker in there a little bit. They brought Tate Niekamp in at defensive end a little bit, get him some runs or some plays on defense. Channing Miller. So they're doing a nice job of trying to get some other guys in the game, which I think will be huge down the line.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about depth when you get toward the end of the season, especially if you want to make a deep playoff run. And we've known from past experiences that that's a big killer for your team if you're losing people at key positions due to injuries at the end of the season or in the playoffs. Under a minute remaining. So I'll take time once again before we wrap things up here to thank our sponsors, TSC, of course, Lee's Famous Recipe Chicken, Merritt Real Estate, Minster Bank, Alan Davis Insurance, Elevation Chiropractic, Miller's Corral, Home Savings Bank, GA Windsor, State Farm, Auglaze Audiology, Dye Real Estate and Land Company, Pashita Creek Steaks, Dad's Toy Shop, Miller Brothers Tire, and Ely Funeral Home.
Looks like Tate Niekamp was in on the tackle there with Cole Reeser.
And Jacob Niedermeyer is in there. He's a pretty big boy on that line.
Yep,
number 75.
Yeah.
As the clock starts to tick its way down, under 10 seconds remaining, and that'll bring us to the end of tonight's contest. As Wapak will move to 3-0, the Bulldogs to 2-1. Your final thoughts, Marcus?
I thought it was kind of the game I expected. I thought, Defiance coming in was going to run the football, which they did. Had a couple nice drives in the first half, got down in the red zone, and our defense did a nice job with some big stops. because there was times like we thought, this game could have easily been 21-21, but it comes back
I
to
agree.
Our players making big plays. Caden Page again had some nice big runs and catches, and Jarrett Mullins. So again, when we get our athletes out into space, it's just amazing what they can do one-on-one out there. So another thing I was surprised with Defiance is, they still kicking to Caden Page down there. I thought for sure they'd come out and squib kick again. I think some other teams later in the season will take note of that and just, kick away from those guys, punting wise out of bounds, and then, squib kicking down there.
I think that was a good point there.
Yeah.
Well, Wapak started off strong offensively. They hit the touchdown trifecta, as I mentioned, in the first half, scoring on all 3 of their first possessions, and, of course, ended their scoring with a nice 35-yard field goal by Niekamp, who came into the game 7 for 7 on extra points, tacked on another 4 for 4, and a 35-yard field goal. That young man's got to be feeling pretty good, right?
Oh, yeah, his confidence has got to be sky high right now, so good night for him.
All right, for our videographers, Jacqueline Miller, Paul Downing, Mark Fissel, and my tag team partner, Mark Law, I'm Big Dan Wilson. Tonight's final score, the Wapakoneta Redskins 31, the Defiance Bulldogs 7. Wapak moves to 3-0 on the season, on the road to OG next week. Catch all the action, as always, right here on TSC. Have a good night, everybody.
Welcome to the Gigahood IQ app, your home's guardian in the digital realm, featuring Protect IQ. Protect IQ sweeps away viruses, malware, and online threats for your entire home, so you can focus on what truly matters: family. Shield your home with cutting-edge technology, ensuring every device is safe. No more digital dangers, just seamless, worry-free connectivity. Experience peace of mind with Protect IQ, included in the Gigahood IQ app. Download the free Gigahood IQ app and secure your home with Protect IQ today.